Hello ladies and gentlemen, and today we're talking about Shinji Okazaki, the Japanese striker who's just signed for this club, Leicester City. Yeah, we're talking about Okazaki, the prolific Japanese forward who's joined Leicester last night for £7 million from FC Mainz in Germany in the Bundesliga. I talked about it in my Bundesliga preview, saying it looked like he was going to be on his way to us. We've been touting him for a year now. And it looked like we were after him in January when we got Kramaric instead from Rijeka, but it looks like Nigel's eventually got his man in Okazaki. We're going to talk about what kind of player he is, what he brings to the table, and what this could mean for other Leicester forwards like Chris Wood and David Nugent as the obvious ones. So first off, let's talk about what kind of player Okazaki is. I mean, I can't say I've seen a lot of him, but from the highlights I've seen of him, from watching Bundesliga reviews and stuff on TV, and also watching his goals on YouTube since we've been linked with him for about a year now, he's kind of a two-footed player, a lot like Carlos Tevez. He'll scamper around a lot. He looks like he's got a bit of pace about him, and he's got that short build, kind of a 5'10", I think he is. But he might not be able to win them in the air. He's a bit like Kramaric in height, but it looks like he's a bit faster maybe around the pitch, and his two-footedness, a bit like Kramaric as well, should help. I can't see them both starting together though, especially not from the start of the season with Ulloa and Vardy, the kind of run-in they had. I can see them being the starting pairing again, but it's an interesting option for Nigel to have Okazaki. It looks like he's been after him for a while. A lot of people I know looking like it could be an owner's buy to increase revenue in the Asian countries. I'm not really sure about that. He scored over 10 goals for Mainz in both his 2 seasons with them. I think it's a signing that, as well as probably it will help the profit in the market in Asia, I think he is a good player. I mean, 43 goals in 93 games for Japan, despite the calibre of teams you're against. If you're playing against Uzbekistan and whoever, then it's still goals. A goal's a goal. Anyway, let's talk about his career then. When he started off, he went to Shinju S-Pulse in Japan, a team he started off at. 42 goals in 121 games there in Japan. Not bad. I mean, it's not prolific by any means, but that's 10-ish, just over 10 goals a season. He then got his big move to Stuttgart in the Bundesliga. Didn't do as well there, only 10 goals in his 63 games in Stuttgart, which obviously doesn't bode well. But then he did go to Mainz after that for a small fee, and 27 goals in his 63 Bundesliga games for Mainz is more impressive. That's over 10 goals. I mean, he scored over 10 goals in both his campaigns in the Bundesliga for Mainz, and that is impressive. And like I said, his 43 goals in 93 games for Japan is very impressive. He scored a lot of big goals as well against Italy, Germany. He scored twice in a World Cup, so his pedigree's there to be seen. You can see him playing kind of a role with Ulloa or with, maybe with Kramaric if he bulks up over summer, but I don't see him playing with Vardy. I think they're too similar. I know people talking about, obviously, like I said, Nugent and Wood could be on their way out, but I think Vardy, this puts his place at a bit of risk if someone comes in. I mean, Villa, obviously being talked about earlier, in the window, £15 million for him. If they bid £15 million now, I'm not sure that we'd be able to say no, but yeah, Okazaki, a player, looks like he's got a bit of pace on him. He's two-footed, which is always good. He looks like a bit of a clinical finisher as well, which can't go amiss. Some of his goals, I mean, I'm sure a lot of you, if you're Leicester fans, have seen me overhead kick already on one of his videos. Amazing finish. If he can do that at least once for us, we'd say that. I can't remember last time we saw an overhead kick. Must have been Muzzy, is it? What, 2002 against Grimsby, was it? Or something like that. Incredibly long time. But, yeah, like I said, not prolific. Not going to get you 30 goals a season, but Ulloa didn't get us 30 goals a season, and we stayed up this season. So, if he can pitch in with another 10, someone else, Kramaric gets 5-10, Ulloa gets 5-10, Vardy gets 5-10, whatever comes to mind. I mean, that's a lot of goals. You've got 4 strikers now to pick from, all of them a lot of pedigree. Let's talk about the players who could be going, man, on my way out. Chris Wood, obviously we know we signed him from West Brom a few years ago now. Obviously got him on loan that first game and he did well against Huddersfield. And it's not really been a good Leicester career for Chris. I mean, he's had a few moments. His goal scoring record's not bad. Not bad. Over 20 goals in about 70 games, the same really as Okazaki has had at Mainz. But yeah, obviously a bit of a less prowess of a league, the Championship. I know it's harder, but compared to the Bundesliga where you're playing against teams like Bayern and stuff, it's not quite the same scoring goals there. £2.5 million being quoted for Leeds for Chris Wood, and I'd snap that up every day of the week. You can't say no to £2.5 million for Chris Wood. He doesn't feature for us enough. He obviously scored that really important goal against Everton first game of last season, and the goal against Burnley away at Turf Moor that none of us will ever forget. But yeah, it's time to shop Wood. Nugent, another one. Nugent, I know people talking about him as fans' favourite. For me, I've never rated him. Yes, in the Championship, obviously he got a lot of goals, but Premier League quality, I'd have got rid of him when we got up. I know you've got to give him his chance. fair enough. But I say now, he's had his season. We've seen he's not up to the cut of a mustard as the rest of them are. I think it's time for him to go. Maybe keep him as a 5th choice striker, but if he's got any desire to play football, he won't want to stay as a 5th choice striker at Leicester. So I can see definitely Wood departure, and I can see maybe Nugent on loan. Looks like Birmingham might be interested in Nugent on loan, which will be an interesting one, getting back in the Championship. Obviously he'll score goals, which he always does in the Championship, but not a Premier League quality player. Nugent, he can't hold the ball up. I know people said the running, he was involved a lot, obviously until he got injured for that end period of the season, and he was involved in a lot of goals, like the West Brom goal, obviously scored one against Liverpool, but won goal of the season at the club awards. Involved in the goal at Tottenham, scored one, set Vardy up, but I don't see him as a player now. We've got Okazaki and Kramaric, having they're both better options, so I think he'll be 5th choice striker. I can see Kramaric sitting off the strikers though this upcoming season, kind of a Mahrez role in behind, so you know, I mean, Nugent could be there or thereabouts. It'll be interesting to see if he does stay. As for other Leicester rumours, we've got not really many now, have we? I mean, Sacco from Wolves looks like he might be on his way, might not. £50,000 a week, whatever he's asking, you got to be wondering if we're going to pay that. If coming into a dressing room on £50,000 a week, it's not going to look great among the players. When some of them, like Jeffrey Schlupp, obviously he's nowhere near on that, and this new contract he's getting offered might be up there. What else have we got to talk about? That and Zonzi bid £7 million. I think it's just a kind of a bid. It was in the Hoof agreement. We said we'd bid £7 million, so other clubs would come in and bid more. I can't see Zonzi ever being a real target. As much as I'd love him to be a real target, I can't see him being a real target. There's N'Golo Kante from Caen, the midfielder I talked about in one of my other transfer window videos. It'd be good to see if he did come in. If £7 million again, quite for him. I haven't really seen enough of him in French football. I know Marseille look like they might have wrapped something up, but I've read today that it could still be available for English teams with Leicester leading the way. But yeah, he's one of those central midfielders we haven't really had in a while. A bit of a coyote for West Ham type, big battering ram, central midfielder. Kind of sits deep. I think as Leicester we need an attacking midfielder. We've needed an attacking midfielder since we got in the Premiership. Someone unlike Mahrez who can pass the ball, get assists and get goals from midfield. Goals from midfield is something we lacked massively last season. I mean, James got none, Drinkwater got none, King got his few at the end of the season which were crucial, and obviously Esteban, he got his few in the season which really helped us, but we need a goal scorer from midfield. Someone who can get goals from midfield is invaluable in this league. But anyway, that's all for Leicester transfer news today. Nice to see Okazaki coming in. Yes, like I said, it'll be a good season for Leicester this season, I hope. At least we're active in the transfer market. That's all we wanted. Now we've got Fuchs, we've got Hoof, and we've got Okazaki. At least we've got a few people in to get excited about. And the rest of the transfer window awaits. We've still got a lot of time to go. Thanks for joining me. Please subscribe to me down below. Please like the video as well, and leave any comments you want about Leicester or about anything. I'm going to be talking about Leicester a bit over the next few weeks, but this season I'll do a massive game review of every Leicester game. So, like I said, leave your comments below, let me know what you want to see. I'll see you in the next one.